Hello and welcome to Gardenville.tv. Well, it's April and we're out in the garden. No better place to be. You can hear the birds and everything. Now, we planted tomato seeds some time ago, and the seedlings have now grown, which we're delighted with, under Susan's good care. And we're now going to what?
We're now going to, Catherine, we're looking at the ones we've sown, and I sowed another batch, and we're going to thin them out because they're very crowded in the pot, and if they're not thinned out, they're going to grow up long and thin and spindly.
Can I just catch you there for a minute just to show this to camera? These were actually placed in a little sort of greenhouse, were they?
It's a little propagator, yeah, a little windowsill propagator, and it sat on the windowsill in my kitchen.
Okay, so now, and up they came.
Now, these were the ones we sowed, Megabyte, so we had 7 seeds and we've got 6 seedlings, so that's pretty good. And these are another variety, and I squeezed a lot of seeds into the pot, so they need to be thinned out so we don't get a lot of spindly tomatoes.
Now, what is the best way to thin these out so that are you sort of picking them at random?
I'm
or
just
are you
pulling
trying
them
to?
out. Well, I'm trying to space them out, leave
Yeah.
some so they're spaced out.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'll take out the smaller ones, obviously.
Because they're weaker in the bunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And leave the...
Survival of the fittest. That's what our camera lady said to us before we actually went on to film this.
Well, you're
and it
probably
is a bit
thinking-
like that, isn't it?
It's a bit brutal, but if I don't thin them out, we'll just get a crowded lot of thinned, and they're too small to be potted on yet.
Okay.
These are still only their seed leaves. Their
Okay.
true leaves are just beginning to show here.
Oh, I see them. Yeah. And
if we
then, so we'll revisit these again to see when we're going to actually move these from this
Yeah.
into a bigger pot.
These go into a bigger pot then later,
Yeah.
yeah. So I've thinned them out now that they've got a reasonable amount of space between them, sort of an inch or so. So this should be fine. They'll grow on now, and once they've got maybe 2 or 4 true leaves, then we'll be potting them up into little pots and growing them on till they're ready to go into their final pots.
And our own seedlings that we did, which we have here in the pot, just to show to camera, are they all spaced enough?
They're okay because they're a smaller growing variety, so they're growing much shorter than the other ones, and they seem to be growing fine, so they're okay.
So, and that's just with the variety that you get. Each variety will grow smaller, bigger, whatever.
Yeah, these ones were for growing on a patio. They're going to be a smaller plant.
Great.
These are an ordinary sort of cordon one we'll grow in a greenhouse.
Well, I have to say, Susan, there's nothing nicer than your own tomatoes.
Oh, just ripe and warm off the plant.
And this is, you do follow us at Gardenville, because we're going to show you different varieties of tomatoes and how you grow them, how you get results from growing your own vegetables. Isn't that true?
That is very true, and it's just the pleasure of picking them and eating something you've grown. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and we've great clips with Jack Callanan down in Galway, County Galway. If you look it up on Gardenville, he's a man of wonderful creativity in the garden and growing his own vegetables, and he has grown the most incredible tomatoes. So do check him out at Gardenville.tv. But in the meantime, we'll continue our growing, our own. And do follow us at Gardenville.tv, Facebook, Twitter. We want to hear from you. And tomatoes are a speciality. So no doubt there's somebody out there who's a serious operator in growing their own tomatoes. And come and join us. We want to hear from you. And until the next time.